Well, my name is Kay Kidd and my daughter Helena lives in the house very close by, and it's not too far for us to travel backwards and forwards to see her. But before she moved here, she was living in another residential and they were closing their houses so that they could do renovations. So when Multicab decided that they were going to be closing their housing for doing renovations, and we thought, well, okay, where do we go from here? And so when we talked to CPL, they said, well, we're looking at getting into SDA housing and we've got someone that's more than willing to build some houses for us. So would you be willing to have a talk with them and just see? No, we didn't have any reservations around that, because when she was in her last place of residence, we had some dealings with the SDA when the NDIS came in. So we knew exactly what it was all about, but it was finding a builder that was more than willing to take on building these homes in Australia. So Liveable Homes Australia has certainly been a blessing in the fact that they are willing to come into Rockhampton or anywhere in Queensland and build the houses, and working with CPL. Parents are getting older, so I think it's something that parents need to look at and look at it seriously. Yes, definitely had a say in it, because as I said, we went through the plans, and when we weren't happy with something, we asked lots and lots of questions. And the good thing about Jesse, he was willing to sit down and go through everything and fully explain. But the beauty of it all is he actually explained it to Helena and the others as well. So it wasn't like he was just talking to the parents. He was actually talking to the people that he was there for, and that was the people that he's building the house for. And that's the main thing, is they have a say in where they're going to live. They should have a say in what they like in their house, lots of picture frames and everything to go up. And I mean, that's the beauty of living in a house by yourself, because it's what you want the house to look like. It's not what your parents want the house to look like. It's really what you want to look like, because, you know, if your parents aren't here, then, you know, the house is how you've got it to live in, and that's very important, and them having a say in the whole thing. The construction was very good. We were lucky that Jessie sent us a report every week. So every week we get an email and lots of photos to just say, well, this is what we've done this week and this is what we're hoping to do. So we got a running report on it every week. So that was really great. I think it's very important, and it's something that all parents should look at. And I think it's very important, if you're with CPL, Endeavour, or whoever you're with, that you make sure that you sit down with someone that you can say, like, where do I get a house? Who's going to build a house? And then they're the ones that should be able to say, well, look, we've got this builder, he's from Liveable Homes Australia, and I think if you talk to him, you would find it very interesting. Absolutely. I think it's just very important that all parents do realise that they have to look at their future, they have to look at their children's future, so that if you have a son or a daughter that has a disability, I think it's very important that you do look at what happens when I'm not here, because you can't rely on the rest of your family. You might think you can rely on the rest of your family, but I personally don't think it's fair that you should interrupt your children with their own families in making their life. And besides, if you ask the person with a disability, what do you want to do? Who do you want to live with? And they'll say, I know in Helena's case, she always says, well, if my brother and sister can live by themselves, why can't I? And that's what we've always done, is made sure that she's very independent, and she has had lots of time living independent. So it's just something that she always wanted to do because she didn't want to be left out, because if everyone else can have a home, why can't she? I think the experience has been really good, and I think everyone has learnt a lot in things to do and not to do, and you can only learn that by living in a house, and everyone's the same. If you can live in a house for some time, then you can see what needs to change or what's great or what's not great, and I think that's the beauty with Jessie and the team from Liveable Homes Australia, is that when we've had situations with the house that we wanted more shelves or we wanted something else changing or picture frames, they're always willing to oblige, and they've always said, okay, when we're here, we'll make sure, just give us a list and we'll construct all that needs to be. And so they've always been great in saying, we're here to help, we're here to do whatever you need to make this house a great house, and that's where they've been really good, I feel.